Hello and welcome to 5-inch Floppy on GameArena.com.au. I'm Junglist. Was there ever any doubt there would be a new Halo? Saying finish the fight is like saying, really, guys, we're tired of taking all this guaranteed money. Even though Call of Duty has overtaken Halo as the most played game on Xbox Live, when you think of console FPS, you still think Halo. It's reached so many people by now that it's impossible to please everyone. Some people want it to stay exactly the same, and some people want it to innovate. So, the makers are left little choice but to fall somewhere in between.
Records show Spartans routinely exhibited mildly sociopathic tendencies, difficulty with socialization, and
The
verbalization.
records show efficient behavior operating in hazardous situations. I supplied the tools to maintain that efficiency.
Halo 4's opening cutscene makes like the game will explore the history of the Spartan program, the psyche of Masterchief, and then it promptly doesn't. Instead, it starts off with Cortana waking you up from your spacey sleep in trouble. And hey, Cortana, you've changed. Did you get a haircut or something? Anyway, something's happening on the ship, but even worse, she's going through some kind of insanity that AIs go through when they reach 7 years old. This is the premise for you going to war again, a computer going insane.
I will not allow you to leave this planet!
Just let her die, maybe? I mean, it's hard for us to feel for an emotional pack of pixels. This isn't us being insensitive or valuing dude bro over emotion. This is us rejecting a last-minute switch in canon. All of a sudden she's a she and not an it, and we should care for her. Halo just carries on as if they had been developing her character all franchise long. No, you don't get to pretend you did that work. And if you're gonna send out humanity's greatest weapon on another epic adventure, make it for something that can't be fixed with a reformat button. Especially since this is Masterchief we're talking about. This unfeeling weapon all of a sudden finds love in a pile of ones and zeros?
Do you know what that condescending bitch said to me after our first game of chess?
Cortana.
Even I don't call it by name anymore.
We don't buy it. And that's not mentioning the creepy nature of adding to the breast size and nakedness of what we now know is an 8-year-old girl. Of course, this is usually the point in the game where you'd uncover some big conspiracy or a potential attack on Earth. Thank God you did wake up. Instead, your quest to save glorified firmware actually creates the danger by releasing some ancient Forerunner badass that can kill you by thinking it, but doesn't because then the game would be over. The upside to all this is that just when we were thinking this is the same crap as the last few Halos, because the first zone is on a ship with the same weapons against the same enemies, all of a sudden the Forerunners are introduced. Put simply, anything to do with the Forerunners is sweet. They have cool weapons and they make cool enemies. It has to be said that functionally they're pretty much the same thing. Instead of the pistol, it's the alien pistol, and instead of the shotgun, it's the alien shotgun, but they still have cool sounds and effects. Enemies will still have shields that regen, but now there are little drones that support them with extra shields until you kill them. When they're about to die, they fly away and are harder to hit, and they'll come back and be annoying if you don't hit them. There are cool variations on the usual Halo engagements like that, and we were happy to see the Forerunners treated with love. We like to like the Forerunners, because unless you're ass-deep in Halo novels or comics or my as-yet unpublished Cortana/fiction, then the Forerunners are meant to have an air of mystery about them. Mining a universe of its mystery for content is dangerous. It's like if Tolkien's son wrote a book about the first bloodlines of men and elves, and it just wasn't as good. Wait, that exact thing happened. Halo's Forerunners are cool though. Otherwise, Halo refuses to update its gameplay and learn from what the FPS genre has accomplished in the last, decade. There's a lack of any long-term objective other than stopping the monster you released and saving an argumentative toaster that looks like a woman.
Before this is all over, promise me you'll figure out which one of us is the machine.
You're the machine! For 3 whole games, your whole purpose has been to put waypoints on my HUD and interface with alien computers. You're R2-D2 with tits. Then we get to the short-term objectives, which always have some number of things to do. Hit 3 switches, destroy 2 pylons, take out 5 shield generators, and in between them a few squads of aliens to take out with that classic Halo shooting gameplay that gives you 2 weapons at a time and 3 problems to solve, forcing you to switch on the fly. And if you're lucky, they'll supply you with one of the big guns to mop up easy. And that brings us to Endgame. We didn't get too much time with Halo 4's multiplayer, so we haven't talked about it very much here, but its 7 to 8 hour campaign was exactly as we expected. If you're worried the new development studio has taken Halo in a new direction, don't be. Its heading is true, ever determined to change just a tiny little bit. But we have to say, in fleshing out the Forerunner race, a good job was done here. A lot of the innovative indie shooters we talk about on the Floppy are for PC only, so there are less options on the 360. But you can't go wrong if you know what you're getting. And if you've played any previous Halo, you know exactly what you're getting.